And sign murals in his honor. Michael O.G. Law Taban is also an artist.
When I was shooting the video with PNB Rock, this is the prison suit that he actually wore and these chains that he had on. If you listen to a lot of his music, he always expressed a disdain for prison.
To me, you're watching Gully TV, man. This is an incredible event right here. This gentleman stands before my camera, was actually my neighbor, SCI Albion. And when we met, he came to my door and he was asking for a couple of sheets of paper. He was writing a script or something. He was writing something, but we got closer because we both were actually writers. And here we are 20-something years later on the streets, and he has appeared in a film with Idris Alba. And I was very, very impressed by it, man. Michael Taban.
OG Law, what's up,
welcome
dog?
to the platform, G.
Man, I just want to say I'm proud of you, bro. I watched you take it from the typewriter in prison to the streets. Believe me, you know, just because of the dribble, we naturally competitive people, right?
No doubt.
So I gotta really admit that you was like a driving force for me in prison. Cause at first, you know, I was like the only one I knew like me that was like getting it in and
right,
being
right.
outside. But when I met you, it was like you was bringing out high quality product. You was on your grind, so it was like I gotta come out tomorrow strong.
No doubt.
Cause I know Mill, the boy from Erie, he gonna be putting it in.
No doubt.
So you know when you push and you push and you push, you know that's how you get movement. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we ran this thing, and now we're here. So
when I met you, you were a songwriter.
Yes, sir.
Tell me exactly what you are today. Tell me how many dimensions you got now. You done added a couple of attributes to your resume.
So one day we get the long story, right?
Okay.
Because it's a lot of crazy details. But I can tell you that sometimes desperation, the pressure of desperation forces you to tap into a level of creativity that you didn't never know that you would utilize.
Okay.
Sort of like being in prison. I didn't know I was going to take apart a sheet and use some close-up toothpaste and attach it to a piece of paper and turn it into a car so I could survive and get food in the hole.
Right.
So that's sort of like how my career grew, bro. I inadvertently, you know, when I came out, it was before TikTok and Instagram. I was a MySpace boy.
Right.
When I came out, you feel me? So when I did all the stuff I did, it was like an alley-oop for others to slam dunk. Like I came out and showed everybody what's possible, and a lot of people took off, right? So the people who took off never came back, but I never quit. So it was like I need to make some money while I'm still doing my work. So somebody would say, well, I seen your art, can you paint the side of my building? I couldn't afford to say no. Next thing you know, I'm hanging on the side of a building on the top of the 3-story crane. I didn't know that was going to become an epic piece. And we did the Rest in Peace wall, and then we ended up drawing a picture of Nipsey, and then we did Concrete Cowboy, we did The Cage. This became an Oscar contending film, and we won 26 global film festivals and all that. So I wasn't doing this stuff like I had an agent or manager. This was like prison, bro. This was like, I had a lot of people that was questioning these new ideas. I had to push by myself. So when it hit, I didn't have t-shirts to sell. It was like, oh, it did work. Oh, you became #1. And it keeps happening over and over again. So inadvertently, what happened is I became like that dude in the Dos Equis commercial. You might see me on the side of a mountain feeding the eagles, or you might catch me with the baboons chilling in it. You know what I mean? I'm the most interesting man alive. I'm the Renaissance man.
No doubt.
You know what I mean? I believe, and soon to show and prove, one of the greatest artists, all around artists of our time. Poetry, rap, reggae, songwriting, barbering, music, inventions, and
did
more.
A lot, man.
And we got a dot wrote books, and they scored. We did the book and competed with Zane.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We did the film. I co-starred with Idris. I'm the bad guy. He's the good guy. I was like the turning point of the film.
Right.
Poetry. I performed poetry with the last poets. You know, Brother Hassan. I influenced people like Dr. Umar Johnson. I told him, he came on my stage when I first did the prison cell. I'm the guy who told him, grow your beard so you could look like Philly, and then your message would get delivered better. So I've influenced and touched a lot of people's careers. P&B Rock, if you remember F With You video, he was wearing my jail suit, he was wearing my chains. I actually like walked him through the process of how it worked. That could sort of helped to launch his career. Black and Nobel, I was there at the beginning. It was a stand. You know what I mean? Golden Girl, Power 99. You know what I mean? This was grassroots networking. She had a shrink wrap truck. I had the shrink wrap joint. We ran around the city. So now at 48, you know, I sit here as a pioneer. I sit here as a living legend. There's some stories behind it because I went to war for mine. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't the dude who had a pop that left him money. I wasn't the dude who had a team. My mom was blind. My pop was blind. My sister was born with a trach. My other sister was born with a colostomy bag. I've been taking care of people all my life. I went to jail for fighting bullies and taking up for people who couldn't take care of themselves. I came out, I started fighting for the world. I started education over incarceration, fighting against the prison reform. I'm a seed planter. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you got to think about it. Meek Mill's the face of prison reform. Look at 1942 Flow's video. You'll see me in an orange prison suit fighting for his freedom while he was in prison. You know what I'm saying? So that's who OG Law is. You know, God's love at work. God's love always wins. Gangsters learning all war tactics. Gangster law, game law, government law, God's law supersedes them all. I'm OG Law, the Renaissance man, hailing from the birthplace of America.
When was the OG Law dimension launched? You know, with the prison cell, the studio, and all of that. What year did you go into that dimension?
All right, so the prison suit started in 2005, 2006. As soon as I came out of jail, I had wrote a book. So I wore the prison suit at first as promotion for the book, 6 Dreams and 9 Fantasies, the mental erotic voices of a convict. So this would tie me in with Golden Girl and the radio station when I first came out. That's when I had the Hummer with the shrink wrap, with the jail ID on the side and all that type of stuff. After that, it just sort of evolved. You know what I'm saying? It just kept growing.
How did you, let's talk about the creation of it was called Urban Cowboy? Concrete Cowboy. How did you end up in that situation, man? I was blown away by that shit. Not only by the fact of y'all having cowboys in Philadelphia, but actually starring alongside an A-list actor.
It actually came from the purest place, Jamil. From the times when those of us who would run around that track in the wintertime, when it was 26 inches of snow, nobody wanted to come outside. Only 2 or 3 of us would be running around the track when I pull a bar. And I used to look at Usher and look at these actors, and I say, I got to keep my body right. You know what I mean? I'm losing 15 years for me to come out and be a star. I remember yelling to people, I'm getting ready for the videos, you know, get the fuck out of here, you know that ass nigga, man. Hey, niggas don't play in the snow, you know.
Yeah.
But now, to really go from the hole to Hollywood, and not have an agent, not have a manager. No, this was me outside with a prison suit doing performance art. And I ended up doing a project with Gilly called School of Hard Knocks, right? Me, Gilly, and Jay Holiday. Unfortunately, Tron Anderson died, so the movie never got pushed right. Then I did Fight Hate with Love with Media Storm. This is where they followed me across the country. Eric Garner, Michael Brown, all the murders that was happening against black people. We was at the forefront of that. Then we did The Cage. We shot a movie in CFCF teaching people about prison. That joint ended up winning 26 global film festivals, contended for an Oscar. The same company, which is Neighborhood Film Company, and shout out to Ricky Stahl. We did so well with the short film The Cage that he asked me to be a part of Concrete Cowboy, Idris Alba, man. And I've been representing my Cowboys ever since, man.
No doubt.
Yeah.
So that wasn't fiction. There has been black cowboys in Philadelphia for a long time.
Okay, so the cowboy thing stayed in Philadelphia because when you go back to the 40s and the 50s, the milkmen, the newspapers, all that was getting delivered by horses.
Okay.
So when the cat and like taxis and so when all that stuff got taken over by industry, technology, and vehicles, you always still had these little stables around, and some of them just like because they love their animals. It's like if you're a pit bull lover,
right?
So that's how these horses is not just like when you love a horse, it's like a dog.
Yeah.
That's why in the movie you saw he had it in his house. It's like you know each other. That's like your homie.
Yeah.
And animals don't cross you.
No, they don't.
You know what I'm saying? And another thing, I think Philadelphia is missing that I would, if I had an opportunity to incorporate, it sort of teach you how to have a better relationship with people as well.
I agree. Makes you kind.
Yeah. So I really think that Philadelphia is missing on introducing the youth to our history with these animals.
Right.
Because a lot of those people that became jockeys, if you look at them, they look just like the dude that lived next door to him that didn't ride the horse that ended up in prison. So the horses provided opportunities. A lot of the dudes still work there today. They never left. They became concrete cowboys.
What neighborhood is this?
This is North Philly, the one we talking about. If you're talking about Fletcher Street, that's down north.
Okay.
Right. If you want, I can plug you.
There's
in
still horses down there right now.
Yeah, I can plug you into the boy. I'm sure he'll bring you and give you a walk through the stables. Remind me to give you his information. Then you got a stable down West Philly, but Neighborhood Film Company raised a couple $1 million, I believe, altogether, and they started a new stable called PURA, Philadelphia Urban Riding Academy. Sort of like if you know the story, they really tore down half of that stable and built some old folks homes there.
Okay. On Fletcher Street.
On Fletcher Street.
Okay.
But that stable, the part where the horses live, is still there. It's just nowhere else for them to run around unless they take them to another location.
Right.
But so there is a new location called the Philadelphia Urban Riding Academy.
So the black cowboys in Philadelphia live. It's gonna continue to be.
Yes, sir.
No
Yeah, they ain't
doubt.
let go. Yep. Got about 2 or 3 stables left.
That's incredible. You spoke about the youth, and the youth probably will benefit by being able to care for animals and things of that nature.
Yes, sir.
Tell me how the youth receive you when you come through. This is a very volatile place, and I talk to some of my homies. They tell me about the youth out here. Some of the youth that's creating this climate out here are our homeboys' kids and shit like that. How do they receive you when you come through?
I'm gonna tell you, man. The prison suit and Hard Knock University, the vehicle I invented, the Mobile Community Center basketball course. Because I did it from a pure place, I'm actually like a hood staple. Like, there's more people in my camp that are still something. And I could leave it out in the hood for 2 months around the drug addicts and youngins. They won't touch it. Even during the riot, it was the kids yelling, "Y'all better not touch that right there. That's our joint."
No doubt.
That's their community center.
No doubt.
You know what I mean? It's
So
I'm a part of them.
The joint survived the riots.
Yeah.
Where you was at during the riot?
Yeah, I was out there with them. Like, even Freddie Gray, Eric Garner, Michael Brown.
What you mean you was out there with them? What you was doing?
So the vehicle, if you check out the footage on Fox 29, I pulled the vehicle up in the middle of the riot. The police was coming this way, the people was coming this way, they was getting ready to clash. This was Walter Wallace riot. On 52nd and Chestnut, I pulled the community center in my van, which is long enough to block the whole street. I pulled it right in the middle of them, and we prevented the violence by giving the community a microphone and letting them address their issues openly. Part of the
they was able to blow off some steam.
Yeah, tell the police how they feel. Sad part about it is, though, when I gave the police the microphone, I would advise for the police to at least send out a community representative officer. They always got
to speak on their behalf.
To speak on their behalf, because what be happening is a lot of these issues I know that could be prevented honestly with a simple apology from the police. This time we made a mistake. We want to apologize. We're gonna do what we can to rectify it. Everybody go home. Like they just stand there like we know the kids is immature, but we don't want the police to be just as immature as the kids. The police can't stoop down to the level other children. Cause
Right.
a lot of times that's what we seeing. Young cadets, young people in the hood. You know what I mean? They got the same tattoos. They listen to the same music when they're not in the cop car. You know what I'm saying? They got the same type of mentality, play the same video games. And so these young police officers a lot of time clash with these young people, and the police just gotta keep a certain level of maturity. You can't stoop to the level of the kids. So that was my goal, just to make sure that, you know, these young cadets, you know, understand what the veterans learn. It's better to make friends in the hood than to try to bully the whole hood. You know what I mean?
You chose to put a basketball hoop on the side of the community center. Two. Why did you choose my favorite sport? Why did you feel that the youth would be receptive to God's gift to sports? Tell me.
Well, first of all, I wanted to say shout out to Dribble now. it was really a plug for you, man. Now, on some real stuff, because every time I went to prison and I got sentenced, the first thing I did when I came back to the county was walk through them 2 doors in the yard, pick up a ball, take your mind right off.
They do.
Real easy. So it's a stress reliever. So you know, the way I built the truck, everything about it is made to sort of cater to relieving the stress of a neighborhood situation.
Right.
Including, especially the basketball.
Right.
It's a physical act. People who can't shoot still try.
Can you tell that people love basketball when you pull it up on a block?
Bro.
Like a magnet, ain't it?
First of all, we got a Gatorade truck that's imitating my truck out here, so I know it works.
Okay, yeah, they do. They stole your shit.
They stole my shit. So shout out to the Gatorade truck, but I can't hate because you really is helping people.
Yeah.
It does work. But I want the NBA to highlight the original basketball truck, because the goal wasn't always is we take basketball to places that it's never been taken before. We played basketball in Broad and Erie. We played basketball in 52nd and Chestnut. Listen.
Right.
The cops be so amazed
by
seeing certain young guys on these corners when I pull up with the course play ball that the buses be trying to go past and it be point game. And the cops will stop the whole bus of 60 people and be like,
it's game point.
Game point. Just let them shoot. No, you don't understand. They usually be out here shooting guns. On my court it say, shoot in, not out. And what we know about psychology is subliminal messages. Every time they shoot at my court, they looking at a positive message.
No doubt.
Shooting, not out. It's simply a fork in the road.
Yeah.
It's simply an option. So when they pick up that basketball, I never seen nobody who could hold the gun. The guns always fall out, or they always put their guns down. I done had.
So you disarming niggas?
Without even doing that. They pull up, they look around, they see. Now, if I got 2 people on my roof, usually I got them watching the circumference. You got to make them feel safe. That's why I got the deck roof on the joint. I make them feel safe. They look around. Honestly, bro, as long as they know that I ain't trying to get them locked up or arrested, I put your joint down, you can hide it over there. They got to put their guns down and play ball. So I know for a fact, this thing stop violence, bro.
It do.
Bro, I did 101 days sleeping at the Belmont Plateau, bro. I know if you look on my page, you'll see 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. Sometimes I had 300 kids out. Nobody had ankle bracelets on, bro. I could not control them. I got online and asked the other people in Philly, come on out. It's too deep out here. Nobody want to come out 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. But when I told the kids, I found a place. So I chose outside of Harriet Tubman House, Belmont Plateau, best view of the city.
Right.
The people was a little mad because I gave the kids the best view of the city and people used to pay for that. But I told the city, if you want to give these youth an incentive to prevent violence, you're going to have to give something to get something. I took their view. I gave them the biggest park in the city. And it works, bro. So we have a solution to violence. It's just now, the big issue is, you want me to keep it plain since we're on Gully TV. I'm a king field nigga. That means I'm at the bottom of the top.
Okay.
No, the top of the bottom. I'm a top field nigga. The bottom house niggas is the gatekeepers.
I'm a field nigga too, man.
Right, I get it. Listen, we did time in the pen. Dig where I'm coming from. You know how we come out the pen, even maybe yourself may have experienced this. People might have thought you was going to work at McDonald's or maybe just become a fitness trainer at the gym. And now that you do all you do and you get in the bag and all these people, you pass them, you deal with a lot of jealousy, a lot of envy, and a lot of weird stuff that come with that. So I don't think I need to explain no more what's going on with that. So,
I love the fact that you chose to step to these kids with basketball. Basketball, for some reason, it's a lot of our first love. Even when I'm watching, like Philly Fame TV just left here.
Yeah,
I'll be watching some of his pieces. Philly Fame. Shout out to Philly Fame. I'll be watching some of his pieces, and a lot of the guys that's, you know, drill rappers would be out here in the streets. They was basketball players. Yeah. Like some of them even went as far as to play in high school. Their life was manageable all through high school. They kept their grades together and they played basketball. And then they just made a bad decision. But I'm glad that you chose basketball because there's something about the sport, man, that has drawn us. It's always had to save lives.
I rode off the highway to get some gas in Atlanta, right? I ended up in it's called can't remember the name of the section, but it's like a very prominent section for drugs and things like this, right? So when they seen the truck and I was getting relieved, yo, what's that over here? You know, they had to walk me through their whole track. I had to literally check in on the spot. Yeah. Oh, you helped the youth, huh? Yeah. Oh, let me see how it worked then. Yeah. So from there, I had to really go check in, like walk all the way through all these dudes with gas and all that. Man, we turned it on, bro. Even in other cities, man. It stopped the violence. We was playing ball till midnight. They didn't want me to leave. So I'm like, I'm this field nigga that don't have access, but I got this idea that the house need. Yeah. See, the field nigga and the house nigga, you know, we talk so much shit about one another. We act like we both ain't on the same plantation. Right now, in order to prevent this violence and to get things together the way we need to, the field niggas and the house nigga gotta learn how to work together. True. Right? But see, now the field nigga is blind to how the house nigga feel about him. The house nigga jealous of the field nigga. Just so you know, you could be the brokest field nigga, but if you could run up and down these streets and sell your water and find a way to make a living, it's the house nigga sitting in one of these. It seemed nice for a while until you stuck behind this glass. You got to stay here for another 16 hours. And the house nigga looking at the field nigga down there running around with the girls and building his own dream and being an entrepreneur. So it create a little bit of, from what I detect, jealousy. Mm-hmm. Why are you speaking about this, G? Like, you want to make fun of the house niggas? No, I want to make peace with the house nigga. Because the only way we can save our kids through this one is if the field nigga and the house nigga recognize that field niggas take up 50% of the country, and the house niggas take up the other. And if we bridge the gap, we'll have access to everything we need. The house nigga don't have to go in the field. You can call the nigga in the field that can make it happen. And the field nigga that need the paperwork from the dude in the house with the skills and the technology, the field nigga people that call. We need to bridge that gap. So no doubt. That's the rawest way I could put it.
This summer, 2023, what you got on your agenda? What's your objective?
All right. Right now, we got the Stay Alive movement, Stay Alive 2023. I got a music video public service announcement that's going to be released from Philadelphia for our city, but also for the entire United States of America. We want to do Stay Alive Philly, Stay Alive New York, Stay Alive Chicago, Stay Alive DC. Who don't want to stay alive? The message and the lyrics in the song is this. This is the hook. Rest in peace while you still alive. I've been to so many funerals during this birth. You know, 406 names. I probably went to half of the funerals, and that was 1 year. That was 200 funerals in a year, bro. Mm-hmm. Rest in peace, rest in peace, rest in pease, rest in peace. I went on my sofa and was like, I'm resting in peace right now. Right. So I want to spread a message, with an old message with a new meaning that's dropping this summer. It's rest in peace while you're still alive, stay alive 2023. Yeah. And raising money to get this truck back out. I gotta get a vehicle that's really big. I had a van dragging a big trailer. Mm-hmm. At this point, the trailer is done. It works in the community. I need to have a mini motorhome because I stay the nights out there in this community. So now I proved my point that I'm rough, but at this point I'm almost 50. Man.
Your movement, your mission. Do you accept contributions? You can drop the information right here. You probably can reach some people that can assist you in delivering this message of goodwill through basketball. I like how it sounds.
If you would like to take basketball to places it's never been taken before, and I can assure you, when a kid shoots in, he don't shoot out. Can't do both at the same time. my solution doesn't fix the problem with violence, but what it does is to help bring it back down to normal levels. If you would like to support our program, Cash App $ Love Team #7. Right now, our 501c3, the National Love Team, is under construction. But we are not going to, because we have the best program from a grassroots perspective. We can't stop executing our programs because we're not connected to the bigger dollars. So right now, if you Cash App $ Love Team 7, we will repair and rebuild the National Love Team as a 501c3. We suffered during the coronavirus, but we never stopped doing the work. We want to be able to take basketball again to your neighborhood, to their neighborhood, to everybody's neighborhood, because everybody looking for these big scientific solutions to violence. And basically, if you tear down something and just put something better in its place. So when I said, well, if you put the gun down, take the basketball, if they feel as though it's a fair trade, then why not let's highlight this basketball thing and take it on the road, man. Get your dribble right.
No doubt. This summer, man, probably catch me on the hoop with everybody else, my nigga. Let's try to put it together.
Man, I want to bring it where you at. I will pull that up and we could do something crazy, bro.
No doubt.
You know, it got a movie screen on the back. It got a deck roof on the top. In essence, us and the parents could be on the roof, partying and smoking hookah. On one side of the truck, the kids could be watching the movie.
Right.
On the other side of the truck, the kids could be playing
basketball.
And we could really do something great for the community, or the Mobile Community Crisis Event Unit.
No doubt. Keep up the good work, man. Go ahead, give me a drop. I love you. Love what you do, man. Keep up the good work, man. Make sure you shout out the homies, man, from up top, man, because they're going to be watching this.
I told them, you don't remember what I used to tell them? I used to tell them, you and Albion, say it slow. Albion.
Albion.
I said, say it slower.
I'll be on.
I'll be on.
Talk that shit.
We here now. I'm living proof. I talked it. I walked it. We here now. You see it. If you ain't believe me, look at Wallow. He came out, took it to the next level. I'll be on. That's how you got to keep it in your head. Shout out to Gully TV. I was there from the beginning, and I ain't going to be there to the end because it ain't never going to end.
Right.
He writing a script.
Yeah.
Even if you understand something. I was told by my OG never to be a dusty nigga. And I said, what you mean? I'm clean as the Board of Health. He said, nah. You can be clean as the Board of Health, but when you die, you still going to blow away because nothing you doing is solid. Nothing you doing is leaving a legacy. So year by year by year after your death, you're going to blow away like a dusty nigga. He said, do stuff that'll leave a legacy. And so when I see people like Dribble writing history, you know what I mean, people like Work Harder Productions writing history, documenting time, now, like in the past, we was confused about who did what and how it really happened. Our new, what we call them, scribes, actually got video proof and video facts that this thing's happened. So we'll never go back into the dark ages.
True story.
Because of people like them. So salute Gully TV. Salute, man.
Appreciate
Proud
you,
of you,
Rich,
bro.
my man.
Yeah, Smicky Facts, man. We right now in Atlanta, Georgia, and you tuned into Gully TV. Keep it locked here. It's the gulliest, trust me. Smicky!